National Football League finds us north of the border in the beautiful city of Toronto, Canada. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Jets and the Toronto Mounties. Here now to get us started is Logan Cook, and we are underway from Toronto. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. First down, they start out with Abanikanda. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Inside the 20. And touchdown! Israel Abanikanda with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Mounties put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Now to kick it away after the touchdown. Pollard to return from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Quick throw completed by Richardson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd down and 4. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with second and a couple.
Ready?
Hands it off out of the gun. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too. I know the athletes continue to get better on the defensive front. But when you've got an odd front, 3-4 here, the nose doesn't usually make a play like this.
Yeah, huge loss. Swallowed him right up.
I think what happened there was he usually gets doubled. When you single him up, and if he makes a move on the center, look out. Your running back may get eaten.
On third down, here's Richardson. On the crossing route, complete. It's Gray. But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. Fourth down. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Gay knocks this one through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Down to the 10, and all the way in for the touchdown. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Mounties are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Kick it away after the touchdown. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. Yeah, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Second down, here's Richardson. He's going to let it go again. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. These two teams, you might recall, met back in mid-season, week 8 to be exact. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home. Back to the air on second down. Levis. That's caught. This is Abanikanda. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. And they'll give to Abanikanda on the option. Able to fight through one tackle. The 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 103 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. And they'll go again with Abanikanda. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, here's Abanikanda. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Now Levis. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense, the firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others?
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Off the play fake, Levis. That is caught, Schoonmaker. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Abanikanda will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Again, Abanikanda. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Mounties have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Oh, he's intercepted again. It's Richardson's 3rd of the game. And he will bring it back to the 4-yard line. With such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive, because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Abanikanda on 1st and 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Israel Abanikanda on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Mounties continue to pull away here in this first half. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Levis looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This is caught. Touchdown! A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Mounties have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Richardson to the air on 1st down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 45-yard line.
Trap 60, trap 60.
Richardson. Flushed out right. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Now Richardson going to shift things up. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped him, bringing up 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Play action. Now Richardson. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a 1st down.
Warriors 70. 60 Vikings, 60 Vikings. Ready.
Here's Richardson to throw. He'll get this to Nwangu. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now Richardson back to throw it. Finding Gray going across the field. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out at the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 8.
Cowboy 80. Smash.
Third down, here's Abanikanda. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that'll hit and go out of bounds, so they'll start just outside their own 40-yard line.
41-yard line.
Let's go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and 1 timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And my goodness, another interception. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
Levis now on 1st and 10. It's caught inside the 25. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Levis sliding out of the pocket toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On 2nd down, it's Abanikanda. Shifts by him. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 118 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Levis sets up to throw here. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, at the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
A 2nd down throw from Levis. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle as the first half is winding down. And the Mounties will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And the rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Let's go now.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. A final shot before the half. Richardson. He's going to let this one go deep. And now here is another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jets 3.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot, pretty unlikely. But you still have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And my goodness, another interception. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick six.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. Or win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They go play action with Richardson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
19 tight, 19 tight. Buffalo 18. Hustle, hustle, hustle.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll go for it. Here's Richardson. Going for the deep ball. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Levis. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Jets force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Here we go.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping them. And now here is another interception. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
First down pass. Intercepted. They'll take over 1st and 10
Here we
at
go.
the 20-yard line.
Buffalo 18.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Russell. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. The give now to Abanikanda. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Levis looking to move him around a bit.
And goal at the 2-yard line.
Panther 11. Panther 11. 19 right.
2nd and 2. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. And now they'll shift things around. 3rd and goal. Here's Levis. And it's caught. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Mounties take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
The score, Mounties 59.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. The turnover on the last drive, they had the issue in the first half. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 67 yards. And the Jets are able to at least get one score back. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
He hits the big target for the two-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game, despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. That's Keely Ringo, who was there in on the stop.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense, diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
They'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
And with the way things have gone so far tonight, I figured this was going to be a touchdown because he's wide open. But instead, the ball's laid out just a bit too far, and they come up empty.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Levis now off of play action. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with him.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time I think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just saved those calls for this possession instead.
On the ball now.
Richardson looking to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And my goodness, another interception. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Track it 60. Let's go.
On 1st down, Levis. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
On the handoff, Abanikanda. Past the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Israel Abanikanda with career touchdown number 75. And the Mounties get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Richardson looking to throw this. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up third down. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And now here is another interception. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gonzalez to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Now Richardson. He'll get that complete to Alberto. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 75 yards receiving for him now. It's a first down.
First down, New York.
Crack all 80. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger. Trap 50, trap 50. Let go.
Looking to throw. Richardson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30. Big yardage that time for the Jets. And even 40 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And my goodness, another interception. Daxton Hill picks it off.
Intercepted. Daxton Hill on the coverage.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. 1st and 10, it's Levis. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Levis. Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
19 tight. 19 tight. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. Check go.
Levis on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Levis back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man complete. It's Russell. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there at 22. 2 first downs have him up to the 41 now for 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end left. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Levis to throw once more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Levis looking to throw. Flushed out right. It throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And Levis going back to the air. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
And the tight end goes in motion left. On the ground, it's Abanikanda. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 168 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This time it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw, it's Levis. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Jets Jets will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? That's
caught inside the 20. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And with a successful two-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. One first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Here's Abanikanda. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. Abanikanda once again. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing left side, it's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Now it's Richardson. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That is caught, and they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ballgame. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Let's go now.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Ready.
One last shot for Richardson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that is going to officially draw the curtain on this one as the last throw intercepted. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down.